Let me turn down my music. I thought I mean, I'm going to come back online later, but I wanted to come online and have a chat about just kind of preserving yourself and your time, because one thing I've noticed is that in this world we all think that what we're doing is really important, and it is, but we kind of put that on everybody else and say, this is really important, I need you to do this, I need you to be here, I need you to be there, I need you to answer this now. And one thing, you know, that is, you know, people should really need to understand is that if everybody thinks their thing is important, how are things going to really get, you know, done? Look how much pressure we're putting on each other to make, you know, to do things for us. At the end of the day, we need to be able to say no. You know, we need to be able to self-care enough to say, sorry, I can't. Sorry, I've got things that I have demands on myself that I need to prioritize. It's not saying that you shouldn't do things for people, but I've really noticed that people don't seem to really take into account what other people have going on. We're more concerned about the thing that we have going on, and that's the most important thing. And if we can't continue to do this, we're just going to like lose our real connections with people, because we assume that other people have nothing going on and that they're just there for us, you know. And I realized this just because of the past week. Even in the past 24 hours, I went into my email inbox and it was just a bunch of people asking me for stuff, and I had to. And the thing is, that's on top of other things that I have to do already. And I thought to myself, wait, none of these people have actually said, do you have time for this? Can you? You know? And I just thought to myself, wait, people actually don't care. And in the most ironic thing is I actually did something that I don't normally do and I don't really like doing, which is I went on Facebook and I had a little bit of a rant, and the first thing that happened was somebody went into my inbox and said, can you do this? Can you come to my event and do this? And I thought, you don't even listen. People don't listen to each other. All we think is, I've got this thing going on, I need to come, I need you to come to this, I need you to stop everything you're doing and go to that. And I just think we need to listen to each other more. We need to be more considerate. We need to be more understanding and to say, how are you? You know, do you have time for this? Are you okay? We just don't. We just land things on each other and think that people have time for it. We're making assumptions that people, you know, have nothing going on, and nobody has nothing going on. So all this kind of Periscope little rant is just about being considerate. Never assume nobody has got anything going on. And yes, we all think that everything that we've got going on is most important, and I'm sure it is, but that doesn't mean that we should lose being considerate of one another. You know, if you're going to ask somebody to do something for you, just ask them first, do you actually have time? Don't just say, I need a favour. Can you do me a favour? Say, what do you have going on today? Have you got a lot on? Are you busy? You know, consider what they have going on first before you even do that, because everybody has things going on. It's just the most ironic thing, and we just need to listen to each other more. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. I just don't really get it, especially when you actually open your mouth and you say, I have a million things going on here. Can we just be more considerate? And before you jump in my inbox and say, can you do this for me, Natasha? Can you do that for me, Natasha? And the moment I do that is when you jump in my inbox and say, can you do that for me, Natasha? So if that's happening to me, then I can't imagine that I'm sure it's happening to loads of people. And that's the day you just turn around and say, no, sorry. You have to create boundaries. And even sometimes, even when you do, people don't always want to listen. But you make them listen by putting boundaries up and saying, no, sorry, I don't have time for that. And one thing I found out is the quickest way to lose friends is by telling them no. And if I'm honest with you, yeah, that is really sad, but I don't know how much of a loss that is if you have people that don't understand you and don't listen to you and aren't considerate and understanding of your feelings and your time and your efforts. So I don't know if that really is a loss. Actually, it's probably a gain. But yeah, that's me and my rant. And I hope everybody's all right. I'm sitting in my car. I'm just about to go into a meeting, so I've got a little bit of time before I go into it. So I thought I'd pop on and see how everybody's doing. I'm not assuming you're not doing anything. So yeah, what's everybody got going on? I will be back later. But yeah, what's everybody got going on? I don't assume everybody's doing nothing. So hi. But actually, I think I'm going to pop off now. But it was nice talking to you, and thanks for listening to my rant. Take care and have a great Friday. Bye.